This is the Little Ladybug Stamp Set, and I know some of you are demonstrators that are watching tonight, so I hope you have the Little Ladybug. Anyway, the Little Ladybug, this is a free stamp set, and when you have a workshop of $300, this is automatically included with your hostess benefits, okay? And or if you want to place a personal order of $300, this is free to you. Or if you want to collect orders from friends and have a $300 workshop, you'll get this for free. Terry, if you want to answer your bee question, your bee sampler question, on my Facebook page, at the very top, there is a post regarding the bee tutorial, the honeybee sampler and card class, okay? You can purchase the tutorial there, or I believe there's a link there that takes you to the blog post where you can purchase the tutorial, and it's $15, and 10 videos, supply list, files, everything is there, even the frame recommendation for the sampler. So it's a good value. And so hopefully everybody is finding that useful. Hi, Sherry, welcome. Joanne said she's already made a few cards using this darling little Ladybug set. Now, the other thing about the Ladybug set is this. You can purchase the dies that coordinate with this set, okay? And I believe they're $29. So if you have the stamp set, you may want to purchase the dies to go along with it, okay? All right, you're welcome, Terry, no problem. All right, well, that's gonna lead me right into the stamp set and dies, okay? So let's start there. And don't let me forget, at the very, very end, I've got some happy mail that I can share with you tonight, okay? So got some beautiful cards in the mail this past week. All right. Okay, so I'm switching on over. And as you can see here, we're going to make this mini pizza box, okay? And you can find our mini pizza boxes in the annual catalog. Yes, Joanne, bingo is open for registration. And if you're on my Facebook page, go to the events part, click on events, you'll see bingo, and there is a link where you can pay for the bingo class, okay? And bingo, the registration closes on Tuesday, March 17th. All right, so sign up by then, and bingo is Sunday, March 29th at 1:30, okay? So Lee, you haven't missed anything. We're just talking about the Ladybug project tonight. So this is the mini pizza box, in case you're wondering the size. And these are 3x3 cards, okay? And then we also sell the 3x3 envelopes in the annual catalog, okay? So these measurements are super simple. I didn't type these up for you tonight, but if you want to jot them down, grab a piece of notebook paper. All the details will be over on my blog on Friday with a supply list and measurements. And my blog is www.becreativestamping.com. Thanks, Joanne. I'm glad you can come. Terry, our bingo is for locals. If I was smart enough, okay, and had enough technological savvy and could do live bingo online, I would do it. I'm just not quite sure how to do that. So, and if you're having technical difficulty right now, maybe refresh your page. All right, maybe close out of my page, go back into Facebook and type in Be Creative Stamping, okay? I'm not having any problems on my end, so things are looking good on this end. Hi, Amanda, welcome. All right, well, I'm gonna take a sip of water and I'm gonna show you the dies that go with the stamp set. Okay, so if we take a closer look at the stamp set, we've got this big flower. And there is a die that goes with it, okay? So let's look at that. I'll just leave these little pretties right here. Yes, thank you for sharing, Margaret. So when you share tonight, your name goes in the drawing for a second time. So after you share, let me know that you shared by typing in shared, okay? That would be awesome. And then your name will be in the drawing twice, and I'll mail this out tomorrow. So someone's going home with the ladybugs tomorrow, the Ladybug Project, okay? All right, so here's the die for the flower, okay? So it just fits right on top, and it just cuts out beautifully, okay? So we've got that die, and then we have this one, and I usually cut these out and show you all, but honestly, I just didn't have the time today, so I'm gonna show it to you like this. Here is just the flower. So instead of the stem, maybe you just want the flower for a project. So you can cut out just that, okay? Hi, Peggy. I'm so glad you like the ladybug stamp. It's so sweet, isn't it? Okay, so now let me show you the ladybugs. There are 4 ladybugs in the stamp set. And so that's why I created 4 cards, okay? Now, there is a die that cuts out each ladybug, all right? So I don't know if I might be able to do this. All right, there we go. There's one ladybug right there, and that's the die for that one. All right, I have a crafting lamp over this area, and I don't know if that's making it hard for y'all to see or not. Okay, and then here's another ladybug die, and that's for the little bug with his wings open. And then we have this one. Let's see if I'm smart enough to, oh, I got it. I guess I'm smart enough to figure that one out. So that's where that one goes. And then the last one is right here. So that's what's so nice about this. There are dies for the flowers and the ladybugs. Is that the right one? Maybe this is it. I think this one is it, and then the one I just showed you goes here, okay? All right, so we've got those, and then I did cut out 2 pieces that I wanted you to see. This die right here is grass, and you actually get 2 of these, 1, 2, so you can actually cut out 2 at one time, okay? All right. All right, and it looks like Carol may be having some trouble seeing. Everything is looking fine on my end, so hopefully it's working okay. All right, now here's a really neat piece. Let me get this one because I love this. And I wish I had known this when I was actually creating the bee sampler. This die right here cuts this out. And so, you know, you can actually add this to a card. How cool is that? And wouldn't this be great with the honeybee stamp set? It would be awesome. And then the other dies that you might notice is here are 2 leaves, 2 flowers, and actually here is another die for, it's a stem with 2 leaves. And there's a little hole right here. Now, I know some of you are demonstrators on tonight, and maybe you have kind of played around with the Little Ladybug Stamp Set. What is the hole for? I am thinking it's for creating a tag, creating a cute tag, putting a hole at the top of the tag, and putting some ribbon through it. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So, but I'm not sure. So chime in if you can, you know, let us know what this one is. Okay. All right. And then the other thing I noticed about this set is the words. There are tons of words. Happy birthday. Thank you. Spread your wings and fly. You're cute as a bug. Thinking of you. You're so sweet. Hey, lady. So these are just some awesome words. And then look at these little guys. They could be on the bottom of an envelope that you're mailing, you know, a ladybug card in. So just super cute. And it is a Sale-A-Bration host set. So with a $300 workshop, it's yours free, okay? Or if you want to collect some orders and reach 300 in sales, it's yours free. And you can always place a $300 minimum order in my online store. And I know that's a chunk of change. So that's why I always ask you, maybe you want to grab, you know, grab some friends and get together, have a private class, and earn this little ladybug free. All right. So that's the stamp set. I'm now going to move these out of the way, and we're going to do some cutting, and I'm going to try and give you measurements as we go along. Ooh, could the hole be put in the center of the flower? I guess it could be put in the center, but I don't know why you would do that, you know, what the purpose would be. But that is a good thought, Peggy. So there's some other demonstrators, so hopefully they will chime in and let us know. All right. Let me tell you where the designer paper's coming from tonight. It is from Peaceful Poppies, and it's this piece right here. That's what we're using this evening, okay? And you can find these charts over on my blog, and if I remember, I will put a file under this week's video where you can download this if you have the Peaceful Poppies DSP, okay? All right, so we'll get that out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and move this. And let's see, should we start with the cards or the box? I don't guess it really matters. So we'll go ahead and do the cards. How about that? All right. So I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer because I'm going to show you how to cut your cards. Okay, these are super easy cards. They are 3 inches by 6 inches. Okay. Okay, just grabbing another sip of water. All right. So what I'm going to do is, this is 8.5 inches. I'm going to go ahead and cut it to 3 inches. Okay, so we'll get rid of that. Boy, that was smooth. Okay, and now I can go ahead and, you know what I'm going to do? This is at 6 inches. I'm going to go on and score at 3 inches. Just thought to do that. And that's going to save us a little bit of time creating the cards, okay? Hi, Jody. Welcome. You are not too late. Okay, so I'm scoring at 3. All right, and remember, I'm making 3 by 6 inch cards. This is now 6 inches across and a score line at 3 inches. I'm going to rotate the cardstock and I'm going to cut it at 3 inches. And that's my scoring tool. We'll get that out of the way. And now we're going to cut. And ladies, we have our first 3 by 6 card. Okay? All right, so let's go ahead and do that again. 3 inches and 3 inches. And then I have this piece left over, okay? Now, you were able to get three 3 by 6 note cards out of one sheet of 8.5 by 11 inch cardstock, okay? So 3 of those. I've already cut one, so we really don't need to cut any more. And we'll go ahead and we'll put our little score line in here, and I'm going to use my bone folder to kind of burnish that in and get it nice and straight. Okay, and now we're going to add some cardstock and the designer paper, okay? So let's measure the cardstock. It's measuring 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. Okay, actually it's not, hang on a second. That's 2 3/4. Did I not cut that one right? That one's a little short. I hope I didn't do them all like that. If I did, I'll have to get up and grab paper. Let's see what I've got over here. This is That's 2 5/8. You know what? I'm going to grab some black cardstock because I cut this wrong. Thank you, Terry, for purchasing the bee sampler tutorial. Enjoy it. Okay, so ladies, I'm gonna grab black cardstock and I'm gonna let you look at the project while I go and do that. Okay. So the good news is my paper is right behind me. So I didn't have very far to walk, okay? All right, well, we get to cut this now and you'll get to watch me cut this. The designer paper is measuring 2.5 by 2.5, okay? And you know, I just remembered we want this to be 2 5/8. Now I remember. So that's 2 3/4 and that's 2 5/8. So we can use this sheet. We're going to measure this at 2 5/8. All right. And we just have to take off that little bit. So hopefully I haven't confused you too much. All right. So that's 2 5/8. Now let's make sure this one's right. I don't think it is. That one's right. And let's see, that's 2.5, 2 5/8. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and finish cutting these correctly, okay? I think I did 2 5/8 on one side, and then I did 2 3/4 on the other side. So, all right, that one's correct. All right, we have one more to do here. Let's make sure all of our cardstock, yep, 2 5/8. All right, and that one, this one's incorrect. Should be about here. So sorry about that. All right. Has that ever happened to y'all? I hope so. Right when I think I have everything ready for class, I've got to go back and cut something. But let me show you the 2 5/8, okay? This is 2 5/8 by 2 5/8. And that's what you want all of your basic black cardstock to be, okay? And you need 4 of these. All right. So now we're going to tape our designer paper to the black cardstock. This is measuring 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches, okay? All right. And we're just gonna add some snail along here. Okay, and I'm out of tape, but I knew that was gonna happen. So I actually have my refill all ready to go. All right. Okay, so we wanna center this and we're gonna have about 1/8 of an inch all the way around the square, okay? All right, and then we are going to pop this up. So we'll get that done. Okay, and we're just gonna pop this up in the center of our Whisper White. Okay, and hopefully I can get this in the center. All right, there we go. Okay. So that one is done. Let's go ahead and get these other card bases done. All right. All right. So this is a great time. If you all have any questions for me about measurements or anything, I can take care of that for you now. All right. Yeah, and for those of you who did not purchase the honeybee kits, they are completely sold out now. But the tutorial is available for $15 and it's at the very top of my Facebook page, okay? So it's not too late to purchase the tutorial. Hi, Marty, thank you for sharing. Yes, you can watch the replay. No worries, Marty. Thank you so much. All right, so I'm just peeling off the dimensionals here. That's the one thing nice about a Facebook Live video is you can always come back and watch the replay. All right, so we're popping this one up as well. And we have 2 more to do, okay? All right. just about there. Now we're gonna pop this one up. I'm glad you're watching, Carol. So nice to have all of you ladies tonight. Remember to share and then type in shared so that I know that you did, and that will get your name in the drawing a second time, okay? And tomorrow when I ship this, I'll probably ship the box flat. It'll probably be easier for me to do it that way, okay? All right. So what I really liked about the stamp set was I had planned to make 4 cards because that's kind of what I usually do with a pizza box. And hi, Bonnie. Hello, Aunt Bonnie. My aunt is on here tonight. How awesome. What a nice surprise. I don't even know what I was talking about now. But I know what it was. Whenever I make these little boxes, I always do 4 cards. And I love the fact that there were 4 different ladybugs. So I thought that was perfect. And then I also had 4 different greetings, which I like too. All right, so we're just about finished with this. All right, so once your materials are cut, you can see that it doesn't take very long to do this little part. All right, so it's the last one, okay? Now we're gonna start on our ladybugs. And let's see, which one do we wanna start with? We'll go ahead and start with our ladybug that has its wings spread, okay? She's about to take off in flight. And so we're gonna need 2 of her tonight because we need 1 for the card and we need 1 for the box, all right? So we'll go ahead and we'll get 2 of these done, all right? And now I can use my Ladybug dies to cut them out. And the Ladybug dies, I believe, are 29. Now, you know what? While I'm stamping, let's go ahead and do the other ladybugs. We might as well. This is black Memento ink that I'm using. And I'm using black Memento because I'm going to use Stampin' Blends tonight to color, okay? So we don't want that black ink to spread with our beautiful colors. All right, so here's my ladybugs. Yeah, they're 2 different ones. They almost look the same. And then this is the flower, and we might as well just go ahead and stamp the flower, okay? And do I have a big enough piece of paper for this? I'm gonna catty corner this, all right? I probably should have used a bigger piece of paper, but that will do. Okay. All right, so all our stamping is done, and this is where we use the dies and we cut them out, okay? But guess what? I've already taken the time to cut mine out, okay? So you don't have to watch me roll the big shot, all right? So now what we'll do is we're gonna color these ladybugs, all right? So let me make sure that I have 4 different ones, and then I have to have 2, 1 for the top of the box and 1 for the card. And it looks like I have 4 different ones. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna zoom in so that you can watch me color, okay? I'm going to use dark basic black, and I'm going to use that to color these black inked areas, all right? And I'm gonna do that also to color the spots. Okay, so I'm just shading those in. I'm going to make them solid. All right. Okay, and this is the dark basic black. Got to do this one now. Okay, and I'll go ahead and get this little line here. And we're actually going to be using the Wink of Stella tonight when we're done, and that's going to make everything very glittery. All right, you're just going to love that. So as you can see, I'm just doing a little bit of an outline. Shading in those places. All right. And again, this is the dark basic black. And if you don't have the dark, you could go with the light basic black. I did not try that though. This seemed to work really well for what I was doing, so all right. And I'm just going to go ahead and finish shading that in black right there, okay? And now we're going to do these little circles right here. All right. We'll all be seeing spots by the time this is done. All right, anyone have any questions? Hi, Chris, welcome. Welcome, welcome. So nice to have you. Thank you for visiting. All right. We're almost done. And Chris, you're just joining us. So we're using the dark basic black, and we're coloring in the spots of the ladybug. I'm going to go ahead and fill that back in, and I think, oh, here's a little piece. We'll get that too. Okay, so now we're done with all of those spots. We're not going to need that anymore. I am going to bring in the dark Poppy Parade, okay? And I'm using this to color the wings. I just love ladybugs. I think they are just the sweetest things. They are just so cute. And they bring you luck. All right. So I'm just going to get around that little spot right there. Okay. Isn't that just bright and cheery? All right, let's get this wing. Now, you could color your ladybugs before cutting them out, okay? And some people may prefer that because it is kind of hard to hang on to. But I usually cut things out before coloring. But you can do it either way. Honestly, it is your preference. All right. Okay, so that one's done. Now let's move on to this one. Oh, hey, Liz. Hi, Martha. It's so nice to have you two tonight. So good to have you. Ooh, is the circle die for the spots? Now, ladies, remember, we have this one die that is a circle and it has a hole in it. And so for those of you who are demonstrators, what are you using that for? That's a good thought, Mary Kay. I don't know. I do not know. So the only thing I can think of is making a gift tag and putting a hole through the tag. So I'd love to hear from others what you're doing. Okay. So I realize y'all are waiting for me to get all of this colored. So we're going to leave that little piece, all right? And I'll show you why in a bit, okay? All right. So it's, whoops. I'm trying to hurry along here and I'm coloring outside of the lines. And you know, when we grew up, we were always told to color inside the lines. All right. Okay. All right, wow, two more. Are they just multiplying here? They are just growing. I probably could use my brush tip here and maybe make it a little bit faster, but I always feel like I have more control with the fine tip. So when you all color, when do you like to use the brush tip? I'm thinking probably, you know, bigger spaces. All right. You're right. Mary Kay's always thinking outside the box. Ah, Liz says, we just figured out a new end color and you will be giddy. Liz, I saw it. There is a new end color coming, girls. I didn't see the end color. I saw the name. And I am so excited about the name. I cannot wait. So I don't know if I should tell you all or not, but I know one of the new end color names. So we are almost done with these wings, and then I'm going to show you how to color this cute little ladybug's face. So this is probably the tedious part of making the cards. All right. You're probably thinking, Tammy, next time color all the ladybugs and just do one with us. Okay, so wings are done. Oh, Martha always uses the brush tip. Really? I always tend to use the fine tip. I'm going to have to start trying that, Martha. I'm going to be using the ivory marker to do the little ladybug's faces, okay? And again, I'm using that fine tip. I guess I should try and use the brush tip. I'm going to also color his little tummy in ivory. And I'll get his hands too. All right, and we'll get the feet. All right, I'm going to go pretty quickly with these, so hopefully I won't be too much outside the lines. All right, and feet. We still have a couple little things to color there. We have a face here and feet. All right, and one more. All right. Let's go kind of fast on this one. Okay, and feet. All right, now let's take, I'm gonna try the light. Oh, you know what? I forgot one face here. Hang tight. Right here. If you do not have ivory, you can also use petal pink. Okay, so that's another option for you. All right, so now for this little guy, he's going to be on top of the box, and so I'm going to use light smoky slate, and I have colored his hand in smoky slate there. He is going on top of the box. All right, so he's going to look a little bit different here, and I am going to get the brush tip out for this. Okay, and that actually makes it a little bit easier. All right, so that's for the outside of the box. Now I'm going to add a little bit of Flirty Flamingo for the cheeks. All right, and I'm just gonna put a little dot for cheeks, okay? And I'll zoom in hopes that you can see that a little better. All right, here we go. Some more cheeks, and we'll put one here. All right, and here, and we have one more. All right, there we go. All right, so the cheeks are done. I'm trying to see if they're, oh, I know, right here, this little space that I left, I'm gonna take dark smoky slate. All right, and add it right there. Okay, and I'm going to do it on this one as well. And then our coloring will be done, okay, for all the ladybugs. Okay, let's see here. I am going to now zoom out a bit. And let's go ahead and color the flower. We're going to have all our coloring out of the way. This is dark Mango Melody. And I'm going to put that right in the center of this flower. This flower will go on the top of our pizza box, okay? And now I'm going to bring in my dark and light Old Olive. And this little flower here went under the mat. All right, I'm just going to color the stem. Right now I have the dark Old Olive. And then I'm going to do some blending. And I'm using that brush tip. All right. Okay. All right. And now that's going to be for the flower, okay? Carol says, I hate the hundreds of real ones, but these are precious. You're right. Sometimes we do get hundreds of ladybugs and they love to come inside, and they're just oodles of them. All right. So now we're going to assemble our card, and I am using the Layering Circles dies, okay? Yeah, coloring is relaxing. I'm starting to really enjoy that. All right, so these are from Layering Circles, and I'm going to show you which ones I used. It's these two right here. The Layering Circles dies are in our annual catalog, and the diameter of this one is about 1 7/8, okay? And then for the scallop circle, and again, this is just a guess, this is about 2 inches, okay? So we're using those two. And I've already taken the time to cut these, and I'm gonna actually be popping up the black circle, okay? Alrighty. Whoops, it didn't come off. Okay, and then I am just going to add this to the circle right here. And then I've already cut some Whisper white circles, and this is also from Layering Circles dies. And let me give you the measurement for this one. The diameter is approximately 1 3/8. Okay, so it's a pretty small circle. Now we're going to be using Poppy Parade, and we're going to stamp Thinking of You. All right, so let me grab that. And usually I stamp and then cut out or punch out, but to save us time, I'm just going to go ahead and stamp on that circle. All right, so I did it that way this time. And we have another little circle that we're going to stamp, and the words for this one is going to be You're So Sweet. So we'll go ahead and get this one done, and you'll see soon we're going to assemble these cards, and then you'll get a better idea of what they look like. I'm going to leave that Poppy Parade. Well, you know what? I'll close it up. In a few minutes, we're going to come back to it. Okay, so we're now ready to go ahead and add this circle to the first card. And I'm actually going to use snail to do it. So I'm just going to run the snail across the circle. And I'm going to put this towards the top. And then I'm going to take You're So Sweet, and I'm going to pop it up right here. And then I'm going to kind of tuck it right here, okay? So that you can still see the words. And now I'm going to add our first ladybug. And we're going to use this one. It doesn't matter which ladybug that you use, okay? And we're going to be popping this up. I'm going to use the sides of the dimensionals here so we don't have any waste. All right, and we're going to peel this off. And then this sweet little ladybug is going to go right in the middle of this circle. And I'll zoom in so you can see. I'm going to use my Wink of Stella. And then I am just going to rub it all over this sweet little ladybug. And it may be very hard for you to see in the camera. So I'll hold it up so that you can see it a little bit better. All right, so I've just added that bit of shimmer to go with the ladybug, okay? So that's the first card. And our second one is going to be put together the very same way. So we will add some dimensionals right along here, and we're gonna pop this up right here, and then we're gonna tape it to the card. So the nice thing is all the circles are the very same size on all 4 cards. And by the way, this is Poppy Parade cardstock and basic black cardstock. And I'm going to add Thinking of You. We'll just run that across the back. And then we're going to add this sweet little circle right here. And another ladybug. So which one? I'm looking at all my ladybugs, trying to pick out which ones I want. All right. Let's see. I'm going to cut these. There we go. And again, we are going to add some Wink of Stella to this as well. Okay. All right. I'll get the tummy next. Once you color that Poppy Parade, it gets on these bristles, and then it starts to shade everything red. So trying to do that Poppy Parade last. All right. So that's our second card. Now with both of these cards, I did add some rhinestones, and I used the rhinestones from Noble Peacock, and these are in the annual book. And I used the smaller ones. So I'm going to put one right there. I'm going to put one right here. And I think I have room to add some on this one. All right. All right, so now we've got a few little rhinestones to go with both of these cards. Okay. Now we're going to create the other 2. All right, so again, Poppy circle with basic black. All right, so more popping up here. Okay, and then we're just going to center this. All right, and this is the card we're making right now. And so I want to move my circle more in the middle of the card. And then you and I are going to cut that strip with the paper trimmer. All right. All right, so this one's going to go more in the center, as well as this card. Okay, so these 2 cards are kind of doing the same thing. All right, and where are my paper snips? Let's go ahead. All right, and then we'll peel these off. All right, so I haven't heard from anyone in a while, so this might be a great time for you all to share the video and then let me know that you shared it so that your name can be in our drawing tonight. We'll have one prize this week, and it's going to be the pizza box and these 4 cards, okay? Now we're going to add the last 2 ladybugs. Put the dimensionals here. All right. And then I'll peel this off. Let me know if you all have any questions. And that one's just going to hang out right in the center there. Oh, thanks, Carol. I'm so glad that everybody is mesmerized by what I am doing. Makes me feel good. Okay. I just like to know that you all are still out there and I'm not just talking to myself. Okay. Here we go. And again, right here in the center of the circle, let's go ahead and do the wink of Stella and then we'll stamp words. Thank you, Martha, for sharing. Let's get this face done first. All right. And then the tummy. And now we'll get the wings done. I hope you all can see that little bit of shimmer that I'm adding. All right. And now we'll do this one. Get the face first. Oh, we forgot to color the clover. So we're definitely going to do that, okay? All right. So let's go back. And I'm going to actually use Granny Apple Green. And it's the dark blend. I could also use Old Olive. That's another alternative. And now we have our little he's holding a little shamrock. And his hand needed a little ivory. And now I think I can go back and I will shimmer the little shamrock right there. And I'll hold these up so you can see them. Okay, so hopefully you can see that little bit of shimmer. Thanks for sharing, Peggy. Thank you, Sherry. Hi, Debbie. Thanks for sharing. I'm glad everybody's here. I'm going to get our paper trimmer because I've got 2 more greetings that we're going to stamp on the cards, and it looks like I need to cut some paper to do it. So I'm going to actually cut my paper at about, I think that's 3/8 of an inch. That might be too tiny. Yeah, that's too small. That's about 3/8, although it might work. Actually, hang on. I think that happy birthday's got to be bigger. So let's do the 1/2 inch for that. Okay. All right. And let's see. We'll come back and trim it in just a second. This is where we need the Poppy Parade again. You know, Carol, I was thinking the same thing. With this cute little shamrock, this could be a St. Patty's Day card. I thought about that this afternoon. All right, so I'm going to stamp Happy Birthday. All right. And you can even see me stamp that. I need to zoom the camera back out. All right. But that's our Happy Birthday right there. I'm just going to trim. And I'm actually going to trim it a little bit more. And then I am going to make a little banner. All right, and we'll pop that out. And that's our Happy Birthday. I'm going to use dimensionals again. All right. And it looks like I might be able to use 2 dimensionals here. Okay. And let's go ahead and we'll put it right across here. Okay, so that's the Happy Birthday. Hi, Gail. I'm so glad you joined us. You can always go back and watch the replay, okay? But you'll see the finished project shortly. All right, one more for us to do. It's going to be Hey Lady. So I think I might use this skinnier piece. We'll see how it does. Sometimes I have to stamp these greetings 5 times before I get it straight. And this might be too, oh no, it's not too small. Wow, I got really lucky on this one. Check that out. All right. Okay, whoops, drop that. All right, well, let's go ahead and we're gonna make, sometimes I call them banners, sometimes I call it a fishtail. So it has lots of little names. And let's do this side too, okay? So in case you didn't see what I did, I usually cut right in the center. And then I cut it at a diagonal from the point in, all right? So from the point in, I do that. And again, we'll need a dimensional for that. So let's see what we have left. All right, and I think it'll actually fit on here. Okay. This is the last card. Okay. And I'm just going to put that right in the center. Okay? All right. So I'll show you the cards real quick. And then we are going to, oops, that's the other ones. Where are they? They are right here. All right. So these are our 4 Ladybug cards. So I'll just stack them up for here now. And then we're actually going to do our envelopes. So we do sell these in our annual catalog. They are 3 by 3 envelopes. And I have measured my designer paper. And I'll tell you what that is. It's 3 1/8 inches. And I'll also tell you, I thought I made this wide enough, but it really needs to be more than 1.5. So, because this, well, that is about 1.5. But you might see a little bit of the envelope. So I'll show you. All right, so let's get this flap done and see how it looks. It'll match the card. And I'm just putting that right along that score line. Okay? And then I'll take paper snips and I'm just going to trim. Move that out of the way. And now I have my envelope flap, okay? Hey, Debbie, welcome. Now you're going to notice right here, there's a little bit of that envelope showing, okay? But these were scraps and I wanted to get rid of them. So if you decide to do envelope flaps for the 3 by 3 envelopes, make it about 1 5/8 because 1.5 is a tiny bit short, okay? I won't take the time to do all of these, but when whoever wins this, I'll make sure that they're done for you, okay? All right, we're gonna make the box. And so this is one of our pizza boxes. I love these. We had these first, and now you can purchase gold mini pizza boxes. I'm gonna take a quick sip of water. Okay, and we're gonna put this together, and you just wanna fold all of your score lines. You can sponge on these, you can color on these, you could spritz them. You can do all kinds of things to these little pizza boxes. Okay, and I did not hear that snap. Okay, there we go. Now, it kind of doesn't want to snap for me. Every once in a while you get a box that doesn't want to do that. Okay. I think I have it now. So you kind of have to play with it just a little bit, okay? To assemble your box. There we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add the notes inside. That's another envelope. They just want to pop right up. Here's another one. And the last one. All right. Okay. All right. And chocolates fit in these boxes nicely, as well as cookies, like a big handmade cookie. That would work too. Okay, so this is the Poppy Parade designer paper that we're using. And we're going to wrap this around the box, and I'll give you the measurements in just a second. You can see here that there is some excess designer paper, and we really don't need it all. So we'll go ahead and we're just going to trim a little bit off. I think I'm going to take off, I don't know, 1.5 inches. That ought to do it. Okay, that'll be plenty off. And then let's see. I don't have my tear and tape here, which is what I would recommend for attaching this. But you know what? We'll use something else. Okay. I'm just going to kind of rub these corners to make sure that this is fitting. Okay. And then I'm actually going to take some Tombow. Now, if you have tear and tape, that would be a great thing for you to use, okay? But my tear and tape is not sitting over here at my table, and so I'm just not gonna worry about it right now. All right, and there's more than one way to adhere something. Whoops. All right, I may have gotten too much glue there. I think I did, but you know what? I'll fix that too. Okay. Now you don't want it terribly too tight because you do want to be able to slip this belly band off, okay? So what I'm going to do here is to get rid of this extra glue, I'm going to rub it off, okay? And if I were creating this, I'd probably get up at this point and get a tissue and wipe that, but this will work just fine, okay? Now, the next thing that you want to add is your Poppy Parade ribbon. And I did check today, and this is in the annual catalog. You can also get this in Granny Apple Green ribbon and gray. And I'm trying to think, is it Smoky Slate in the annual book or Gray Granite? I'm trying to remember which one is in the annual catalog, but it's the light gray. It's beautiful. I just can't remember the name of it. Okay, so this is where I'm tying my ribbon. All right. Let's see. Whoops. Try that again. Wrap that around. All right. And I always tug on the top piece so that I can get that knot there. Okay. And I'm going to use my ribbon scissors. Unfortunately, Stampin' Up! Doesn't sell these anymore, and I love them. Oh my gosh. Maybe they'll bring them back in the new catalog. Our annual catalog will be out on June 3rd, all right? So it's on its way. It will not be too much longer. All right, well, we're ready to go ahead, and we're going to add the flower first, okay? And so I'm going to bring out the mini dimensionals for this, or for some of it anyway. And I'm going to put one on the back here. Okay. And I'll put one there. And let me go back to these bigger ones. All right. And add that. And I may be out of the standard dimensionals over here on my table. I'm just peeling off the backs of, thank you, Martha, it's Gray Granite. So in the annual book, this ribbon is Poppy Parade, gray granite or granny apple green, okay? I couldn't remember the gray. Thank you, Martha. You need to watch every Wednesday night because as you can see, I need help. Okay, I am adding this flower right here to the box, and it's pretty close to the ribbon, okay? Carol, great question. Yes, a gift card will fit in this mini pizza box, and that's an awesome question. All right. Well, we're going to add some words to this box, and let me bring the original box over. Hang on. I've gotten glue somewhere else now. Let's see. Okay. Here is the top of the box. So this is what we are embellishing. And I'm going to zoom in just a little bit more. Hi, Rose. Welcome. I'm so glad you're learning some new things. It's so nice to have you with us tonight. I'm going to use Poppy Parade again, ladies. It's coming back out. And then we're going to stamp You're Cute as a Bug. Now, this would also be cute with the Honey Bee Stamp Set, okay? Even though a bee, I don't believe is really considered a bug. This would be cute. All right, and usually, ladies, I stamp and then cut out, but to save us time so that you're not watching me crank the Big Shot, I've already taken the time to cut, okay? So now we're going to add this square. Let me put both in here. All right, now this square is from the Scalloped Squares, okay? Actually, it's from Layering Squares Dies, okay? That's a mouthful, but see that? See that little scalloped edge? It's from the Layering Squares Dies, okay? I'm so glad you like the box. Thank you, Gail. All right, and look, I'm going to use black dimensionals on the back of this. So glad I had them over here. All right, and don't let me forget, I have Happy Mail to show you all tonight. And you might be saying, ooh, what's Happy Mail? And I will show you what it is. All right, so pop that up. And then I'm going to pop this up as well. I'm going to use my black dimensionals because I'm out of white. All right, they're not sitting on the table. Okay, and then I'll just pop this up here and we'll add some rhinestones. These are from the Noble Peacock again. Okay, and let's see, we'll put one here. And we're going to put one here. And then I'm going to grab a bigger one. And I'm going to put it right there. Okay? So that's it for the embellishments. And these embellishments are in the annual book. Now we have our cute little ladybug that's flying by. And we'll pop her up. Let's see. We'll just put 2 dimensionals on her. The key to this is when you embellish your box, you want to be sure that all of your popped up images are on this designer paper so that you can scoop this designer paper off the box. So you'll be able to slide it off, okay? So be aware of that. Okay, so we're just going to add this sweet little ladybug right there. And then we're going to add some shimmer. And we're going to add shimmer to the flower. And we're going to add it to the ladybug. All right. All right. And I'll hold this up closer to the camera so that you can see it. Now, the reason I'm shimmering last is because it takes time for this to dry. So you might be more comfortable doing your wink of Stella before you attach it to the box, okay? I'm taking a chance that I don't get the shimmer on the ribbon, okay? Which I actually did on today's, the earlier one. All right, so now I have the face and I'm gonna do the wings. Okay. And I'll bring it up closer for you to see. And hopefully you can see some of that shimmer. It really is cute in person. I hope you like it. All right, and remember, keep everything on the designer paper, everything that's popped up, so that you can slide your designer paper off to get to the cards, okay? All right, and so that's how you do that. All right, so that's tonight's project. I've got a little bit of happy mail that I want to share with you tonight. I received some cards in the mail this week. Hang on one second. I'm going to grab more water. Okay. And let's see. I have a St. Patty's Day card right here. Look at this beautiful teacup. You may remember this teacup set. And look at the little spoon. And it says Happy St. Pat's Day. Look at the gold coins there. Isn't that cute? And you open this up, and this is from my dear friend Anne, who's in one of my hostess clubs. And so this is one of her works of art. How cute is that? We used to sell these little spoons and this teacup, and we had a darling little teapot to go with it too. And it might have been last year's. You'll notice here she's used the stitched rectangles. Look at that for both of those pieces. But isn't that beautiful? It's just super pretty. So that's from Anne. And then I received a thinking of you card. And this is from one of the ladies in my downline. She created this for me and just sent me this little card. It says, Tammy, thank you for all you do for your people. Love, Jean. So that's her card. This is the mosaic designer paper. Isn't that pretty? And then this is stitch shapes, this little shape here. And this is pretty peacock cardstock that she's used. So that's from Jean. And then I received another pleasant surprise in the mail, and I'm not sure if she's watching tonight or not. But she sent me this card. This is one of my Facebook Live followers. And she says, kindness changes everything. And look at this inside. I didn't sign this card before I sent it off to you, but it holds the warmest thoughts, invisible but true. And if you find a time you need to brighten someone's day, then take this card and sign it and send it on its way. How beautiful is that? And she cut this out using a rectangle die. And it says, Tammy, thank you so much for the lovely card. Winning prizes is fun. Here's a card I made, and you can pass it on, Linda. So Linda won one of our prizes last week, one of the cards that we made. And so Linda was just sending me a card to thank me for that. It was super sweet. And this stamp set is current, and I want to say it's in the mini. And of course the stitch nested labels, they're in our current catalogs as well, and so is the stamp set. So ladies, thank you for the happy mail this week. That was really nice for me to receive. Thank you. All right, now just a reminder that when you shop with me, you'll be rewarded. And my online store is right here. And if you place a $35 order in my online store, you'll earn a bee. And once you've earned 10 bees, ladies, you get 35 in free product, okay? Now, I'll send you the materials for the mini pizza box and the 4 coordinating cards featured tonight on this Facebook Live show. So this week, between March 11th, which is tonight, through March 16th, which is Monday, when you place an order in my online store, I will send you the materials to make tonight's project. This is the hostess code you'll want to use so that I know to send you the materials, okay? So one more time, let's just take a quick look at the projects. And then I'm going to be signing off. I'm going to be back with you next week. And we're going to be playing around with more Sale-A-Bration product. Okay? So there's more coming your way. So there is our cute little ladybugs from tonight.